Students can now go to Cape Cod Community College for a degree in aviation technology. And Town Manager Tom Lynch talks about his last few weeks with the town. It's Monday, June 13th, 2016. I'm Sarah Mantle. Cape Cod Community College celebrates the grand opening of its aviation technology program. The program will run out of the Plymouth Airport. Communications Director Michael Gross says college officials celebrated the program's launch during a ceremony today.
Over the past, it's taken about 2 years. The college has pursued creating a program in which we will train individuals to repair the fuselage of airplanes, every bit of the skin, the wings, every bit. And then they will move on and to learn how to repair all of the aviation engines. And these are everything from the little engine on your little Cessna, the little Piper Cub, all the way up through the big jet engines that run our commercial jets. This is a program that in partnership with so many different airlines, certainly including Cape Air and JetBlue, many of them have come to us saying how desperately they need trained technicians in the industry. Boeing, in fact, did a huge study and released a big report a year or so ago saying that something on the order of 200,000 people were going to be needed in this industry over the next 20 years. And as it turns out, in fact, the individuals trained here, we hope we'll get to keep them before they complete the program, because we literally have people who would like to hire them out of this program. Here we have two huge hangars. We're right on the edge of the runway. One huge hangar is set up for all of the work on the airframe. The other is for all of the engines. The individuals have state-of-the-art training. If you can imagine, there's a virtual paint booth to learn how to spray paint, and all of that without all of the terrible smelling paint and whatever. There's a virtual welding booth to learn how to weld before you have to go in and use all of the materials. There's amazing types of new kinds of tools and things that are here. So many different aspects of this that have come on board. They're funding from the National Science Foundation, in fact, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology has provided funding for us. This is an amazing facility, and we couldn't be happier. When it's up and running fully, we'll expect to have at least 65 students a year in it. Right now, we're amazed. There are at least 38 now students who are in the program. They're beginning the process to get ready. So that this is a real going concern. And if you can imagine, if you're here for a year, intensively training front to back, you're out the door with a career that starts in the $40,000 to $45,000 range and immediately goes into 60 plus, an amazing career opportunity.
You can learn more about the Cape Cod Community College Aviation Technology Program by visiting capecod.edu/aviation. Town Manager Tom Lynch is winding down his time as town manager. Lynch leaves his post at the end of this month. Earlier today, he talked with Channel 18's Sarah Colvin about what he has accomplished over the last 6 months.
Because I knew this time would go quickly. I wanted to identify, those things that I wanted to have progress on or completion. And to that end, we completed it back on May 5th. We were able to complete the capital budget. That was, a great deal of work. This Thursday, we'll complete the operating budget on time per the budget action calendar that we put together. The fiscal year fees, we completed and approved those back at the end of February. And the fiscal year fees will be going into effect on July 1st. I did all the union negotiations, and all of the municipal unions have settled. Both the school department and the municipal side, working together, decided that because many of the issues that were coming up would be difficult to solve to put together a 3-year contract, we decided and asked the unions if they'd be willing to negotiate a 1-year contract. We have all those union negotiations completed, and they'll go into effect on July 1st as well. We had the community compact projects that we did. The open budget one is done, and actually we've enhanced that over the course of the last couple of months.
Wonderful.
We've got the housing production plan well underway, and that will be completed per the contract, but will probably go into the summer months. But they've had the public hearing on that, and are certainly moving forward on that. We've implemented e-permitting. As of May, everything is up, and that seems to be working just great. We've got we're complying with the court order on the needle exchange. I've been meeting monthly with the aid support group of Cape Cod. We've identified those areas where we find pockets of needles being distributed. We've put into all of the both of our comfort stations and in a couple of other public places needle disposal units. That seems to have cut down a great deal on things. And you know, that's a good example of something where, in addition to you know, looking at where the needles are being you know, left, we've also beefed up our DPW inspections at each of the comfort stations. We've got the community resource officers going into effect very shortly through the police department. And I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, well, the chief had told them that since the comfort stations had opened, they had only had one call in the fire department to go over to the you know, town hall parking lot comfort station there. And so that's an indication of giving increased attention at a particular problem and seeing a decrease in some of the negative activity that we had there.
Sure.
You know, the housing development over in Marston's Mills are very actively working on that RFP, and I know that the assistant town manager, who will move into the town manager slot, Mr. Ells, is going to, you know, carry that on. The dog park, we've selected a designer. That's underway, so that will keep moving. The shooting range was postponed until July, so that'll fall under the responsibility of the new town manager.
Sure.
We've got you know, some the fire training academy issues that we've been working on all along, and there's an executive session coming up on Thursday to talk about some of the legal issues that are involved there. But at the same time, we've been making progress talking to the county about these issues, and I saw a memo from that Mr. Ells put together that looks like we've got some components of a plan that, you know, may avoid litigation, but that'll be moving on a couple of different fronts. We've got the streetscapes in place for how they're going to move forward, and of course we had the comprehensive you know, recreational field study that's ongoing and is funded, and will keep moving, but that'll be something that'll be completed over the next you know, few months. So each of those issues we either completed or very well you know, underway. So.
And Assistant Town Manager Mark Ells will take over for Lynch July 1st. We'll be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 8 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will chat with Police Chief Paul McDonald. We'll talk with DPW Director Dan Santos. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.